Hey, Lisa Carter here, and we are going to take a step-by-step approach to the PBL project. If you are on Zimbaloo, then you're going to see the red tile. If you just want to log in, you're just going to go to the website www.pblproject.com. Everybody's login is their school district's full email address, so first.last@kcsdschools.net, and everyone's password is Toolbox, unless of course you logged in before and you've changed it yourself, but everyone originally would log in using using Toolbox. When you log in, you're going to see this page, which has been customized for Kershaw County. It has our pacing guides. It has our assessments that we worked on based on the pacing guides. What we're going to look at today is the Teacher Toolbox resource. You select that. There's several things that we're going to focus on over a period of time, but for just today's session, it's going to be on creating a question. We're going to select Create a Question, and you have several options of the types of questions. For today's session, we're just going to do multiple choice, but you certainly could do the constructed, extended, interactive. These would require you to create a rubric with which you would score each student's answer. I strongly suggest you stay away from true, false, and matching. So let's go to multiple choice, and we do next. The next page is going to ask us if we want to add an image or a narrative. And this is where, if you were creating a question and you had an image or a narrative that several questions were going to relate to, then this is where you would enter it. So if I was writing questions about a particular poem, I would insert the poem here. And then every question after that could deal with the poem. Right now, I'm just going to say I'm not going to add an image, so I'm going to go next. And each component of the test item has its own box. So we've got the question has a box that's laid out, and you use it just like you would use Word, and each individual response has a box. Here is where you can choose how many answers your students are going to have. We're going to default always to 4. And now I'm going to create a question. What is the total value, should I spell the words correctly? Value of these coins. Alright, so what is the total value of these coins? Well, what coins? I'm going to go over here, and under where it says font size, you'll see a tree. And if you hover over that, it says Insert Edit Image. I select that. And then over here, I'm going to browse. When I browse, oh, okay, I've got some coins. So I'm going to pick the dime. Now that's kind of big, so I want to resize it. And I only have to do the first number, and then the other dimensions will be accepted or fixed. Okay, there's the 1 coin. Now I said coins, so I need to insert some more. I can add another dime, or I can do some other coins, and I'm going to add some other coins so that you can see. And again, I want these dimensions. Now this is bigger, so I'm going to go down to 60 rather than 75 and see how that looks. I may want to rethink that. So I can delete that. That's the beauty of this. Let's go back. And let's get my nickel back. And do 75. And insert that. Okay. And I'm going to do one more. Alright, now I'm going to double this, so I can't do any of the commands using my mouse in this particular program, so I have to use the commands on the keyboard. So I'm going to do Control C, which means I'm going to copy it. And then I do Control V as in Victor, which means I'm going to paste it. So now I've got some coins. Now the value is 17 cents. That's the total value. I'm going to go down and in B, I'm going to put 17 cents. And that's the correct answer. Now all I have to do is put some options that I think my students might select. They might confuse these as 2 dimes, so they might say that that's 22 cents. They might confuse these as 2 nickels, and they might say that it is 12 cents. And they may just say that's 4 cents because there are 4 coins there. Because I've picked the correct answer, I'm ready to move on. I go to Next. Now this is where I tag the standard that is addressed. I'm going to go to 2nd grade. I'm going to go to Math Common Core. This is measurement. And this has to do with dollars and cents. This would be a very beginning question because here the actual standard is word problems, but I'm working up to that. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and then add it, and there it is. And I'm ready now to save it. When I save it, I can create a new question. What I want to do is I want to show you where that question is. So I go, what's the problem? And go back to my teacher resource. Now, because I created that question, it is my question. So I go to my questions, and I've got a bunch of questions, over 400. But I don't want to look through all 400, so I'm going to filter the questions. And I'm going to filter them by grade, by subject, by standard, and filter. And I've got 1, 2, 3 questions. Well, there's my question. Okay? If I don't like it, I can delete it. I can edit it again if I want to change the size of the coins, or if I want to change, rather than the word cents, then put the actual symbol for cents. There's a variety of things that you can do. But I'm finished looking at my questions. And I go back there, and I see that I'm right back to the teacher toolbox. And that's how you create a question, and that's how you make your own questions. And from there, we're going to be talking another time about creating an exam by using your own questions.